best. You know, and I really want to say shame on New York people. Sorry, I have to say this. You know why?
Because I know that there are young Nigerians that can even produce cars that you see today. There are young Nigerians that can farm very well.
And I want to finish here, and I want to see one of you saying I want to be governor. Today, now, after this one, I want to see. Now you might think, how do I get the money to run for election? How do they raise money? How?
Hello, a very good evening to you all. My name is Daddy Chris, and this is State of the Nation. We're struggling with the show, so I think I want to apologize for that, because for some reason I'm still trying to put the things together. Yeah, I need to raise the spirit, and I want everybody to be happy with the show so that we can fly. This is the show that's going to be addressing some key issues we're facing as a people, as a nation, and also as a continent. I like to, at my level, I don't think I will be addressing only Nigerian problem, because I'll be changing the world. And I'm in the UK anyway, and if I can address the problem facing my race, and perhaps sometimes I just want to address problem facing poor people, no matter which color. And that's what this show is going to be doing. Well, today I brought in something very, very, perhaps something we don't talk about a lot, but I think it's what we really need to be talking about. I remember listening to Bob Marley, the redemption song. He said, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. You know, all the freedom fighters, let me put it this way, they always preach about being free. I want to use the word free. I like it. I want to be free. But who is actually holding you from being free? Who other than those who are kidnapped right now? I want to talk to Nigerians. Who actually stop you from being free? Nobody. Who stop Africa from being free? Nobody actually cages us down and say you are not free. You go about your daily business, you live your own life, you have your own family, you make your own decisions. So nobody is gone are the days of slavery. We are free now. But what is freedom? And in the midst of this, we're still crying for freedom, meaning we've not addressed the real problem. And that's why I said the freedom we are looking for is economic freedom. So today, let's hit the nail on the head. Let's talk about how we can free ourselves truly. There is no freedom if you depend on people. So if we're going to be free as a continent, if we're going to be free as a people, if you individually want to be free, the first thing you're going to think of is not the person hating you, is how do you put some money in your pocket? Economic freedom is the key to all I'm going to talk about today. And I will relate it to your personal life. I'll talk about it as a small state, my people, which is my tribe. I'm an Yoruba man. I'll look at Delta State in Nigeria, and I'll look at Africa, and I'll come back to you alone. So let's get right on it, because there's not much time. Hopefully my guests will join the show today, and they're going to take the show to another level. But for me, I can talk a lot. So let me quickly chip in my things before they join the show. None of them is on the platform right now. So once they join, I'm going to add them. So let's go. Straight on, right now. How can you be free? Now, to understand this concept of freedom, I want to let you know that even during slavery, respect to those people, if you have enough money, you could actually buy yourself and be free. Because if you pay your master the amount of money he used in buying you, you are already a free man. So the truth really was economic. And I'm sure if you have enough money as a black man, then you could also own a slave. And let's put it this way. Okay, I have Muhammad is already here with me. It's going to be fun tonight. Hopefully, Muhammad, let me quickly add you because no time at all. No time. A very good
Good
evening to you,
evening,
boss.
Daddy Chris.
Good
Good
evening.
evening. Good
Can you
evening,
hear me?
Daddy Chris. Good evening, the world. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud today. We are ready, sir. How you
Thank
doing?
you. Thank you. I think doing great. I think the energy is there.
Yes.
I have just finished eating swallow. You know, in the northern Nigeria, we don't
Yes.
really we
Is
take
it
swallow in the night.
Yes. So it's good. No,
Tuwo
it's good
masara.
in the night. Don't mind what the police. In fact, I was with a doctor the other day and he gave me malt. And I
Okay.
said, drink malt. He said, well, I say for my health.
All right.
He said, Mister, drink
Yes.
malt. You cannot stop everything. Take it in moderation.
Yes.
You know?
That's definitely yes.
Yes. So,
Definitely yes.
Muhammad,
Yes,
I was
Mr. Chris.
trying to analyze something very, very critical.
Okay.
Sometimes we talk about freedom. We are still crying that people are disturbing our life. We are being caged. The West don't want us to be free. The rich man doesn't want us to be free. But how do we get freedom if we don't have our own money? So, and I looked around Africa, and I want to take you on this quick memory lane. When I remember the movement of Marcus Garvey, he did, when he saw what was going on in the United States, he didn't attack the system. He said, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create a parallel economy. And that's something that really black people have not been able to overcome. He created a parallel economy. He set up his own businesses. He set up his own supermarket, his own laundry. Because back then, white people will take your money. They want to they'll take money from you, but they don't want your skin to touch theirs. They said you can stain them. The black man was really not in there. Then Marcus Garvey said, okay, if that's the case, we're not going to buy things from you. We're going to buy our own things from our own shop. So he created his own businesses and we start patronizing ourselves. And then we begin to have some value. The black man began to have some respect. So my question, and that was an example. He did it so well that he even bought a ship. That is the most important human being I have seen in the history. As I was researching black people, a lot of people have done a lot, but none has done what Marcus Garvey did in my book because he taught us economic freedom. Economic freedom. Today in Nigeria, the problem we see, before you trace 2, 3, I will take it back to economy. Because nobody is actually beating up. Nobody is Koboko. I will tell you, this Koboko, they used to whip you, must do this. No. The only reason they are able to put us where we belong or make us do things we don't want to do is because we don't have money. The politician is able to buy. Yes. You can blame him, but he's paying for it.
Definitely, yes.
There's economy here. So if me, for instance, I have enough money to feed myself, I'm sure you're not going to give me 10,000 naira to vote for you. I won't take it. You know, I vote for my conscience. So, and perhaps the problem of today is how do we as a people free ourselves economically? And I want us to take it in the general context of Nigeria.
Let me begin by quoting.
No, the network won't be doing that to me today. All right. We want to come. Don't forget, he's here with me. Muhammad is here with me.
Daddy Chris, are you with me?
I'm with you. Yes, I'm with you. Go on. Muhammad, I'm with you.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. It's your network. All right.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you, Muhammad.
Thank you. I said, let me begin by quoting late Saubakar Tafawa, the first from the northern Nigeria, Prime Minister in Nigeria. He said, political independence.
Prime Minister, yeah.
Good. He said, political independence is totally inadequate if it is not accompanied by economic stability.
Wonderful.
So now, let's leave it there. Okay. When you are talking about independence, you are talking about freedom, you are talking about not being a slave, yes. You are certainly talking about you having your own resources, you controlling your own resources, you being able to dictate for others or tell others what exactly you want them to do, because this is what you can do. Now, you are talking about how can we have our own money, if I remember the question very well.
Yes.
If you look at it, just like our discussion on Friday, we said, why would leaders, I want to give example with Nigeria, why would Nigerian leaders go to Chatham House to talk about what they want to do in Nigeria? Why would Nigeria as a government or the federal government in Nigeria decide to say, okay, what we are producing, if we have something that God gave us is the land, farmland, but we are still importing food. As negligible as tomato is, we are importing tomato from China. Daddy Chris, I want to shock you. Our bourgeoisies today, they are beginning to buy imported tomato stew.
Okay.
Our women can no longer go to kitchen. They can no longer grind the tomato. They can no longer grind onions, pepper, and others, put oil. They go to supermarket to buy imported stew. Now, we are talking about stew now. Granite, northern Nigeria, you remember the pyramid?
Yes.
Where granite used to be a thing. Today, we import granite oil. So we import more than we export.
Yes.
Today, an average Nigerian home, the children consume Bonvita. That is gotten from what? Cocoa.
Yes.
We export cocoa. We don't produce Bonvita. We don't produce Milo. All the beverages, we don't produce them. One Malam, a Fulani man from northern Nigeria, will tell you that he has like 1,000 cows. But when you go to his house, you will see him taking tea in the morning with imported powdered milk. So we rely solely on importation. We rely solely on other countries to feed us. And I want to say this can be contested. May the soul of the late President Buhari rest in peace. If not that God gave us President Buhari during COVID-19, that the world was locked down, what do you think would have happened to Nigeria that we can no longer import spaghetti, we can no longer import rice from Italy, Germany, and other places? It is because we were able to, by force, not because we want to, farm what we can eat.
Good.
If you are in Kano State today, you can see rice mills where people will just open a small shop and start milling rice. Why? Because there was a revolution on what? Imported rice. So in Africa as a whole, look at Ghana, look at Gambia, look at Burkina Faso. Today, our women, or even us as a people, we buy things from China to wear from head to toe. Now, I want to tell you something. You see this cap I'm wearing?
Yes.
Daddy Chris, it is originally made from Maiduguri in Borno State. But do you know what Chinese people wanted to do about the caps we are using? Okay. They started doing it from China and bringing it to Nigeria at a cheaper rate. But do you know what God saved the people that are knitting caps? China didn't understand that it is not just the color that matter, but the texture when you hold it, that is what matters. It is just like the adire. I know you can understand adire very well from the southwestern part of Nigeria.
Yes.
Can you use machine to do adire?
No.
You cannot use machine to do adire, but we call it ashoki. Ashoki. You can only use the wood. The local way.
That's how we do it, yes.
So now, if there is one agbada, only one agbada that our emirs used to wear now, it is called bulla. Only the agbada, no inner like this. Only the agbada is called bulla. I don't know if you can remember when President Buhari visited Aminu Ado Bayero when he was the emir of Kano. Aminu Ado Bayero gifted him something in a horn, in the horn of a cow.
Okay.
It is that agbada that is inside. That agbada is made from the extract of a worm. You understand? It is made from the extract of a worm. That particular agbada, it is called bullang. It is sold 1 million naira as at today. So there are things that have value in Africa that we can export outside. Then now they are exporting, they are buying from us. But now we rely on them. Daddy Chris, in Nigeria today, we import toothpick. We go to China to buy toothpick. You know, I'm not talking about the plastic toothpick. I'm talking about the wooden toothpick.
So
any continent, it's because we don't trust our wood. And I think we are somehow backward. We think from behind. We don't think from the front. And now, let us look at policy issue. Let us look at policy issue. Today, that we are here, me and you talking about these important issues, we are burning our energy. It is not because we want to do it, but because we have to do it. I don't know if I'm very clear. Yes. Wanting to do something is different. Having to do something is different.
That's two different things.
So now, if it is our want, we may say, okay, it is already 8 in Nigeria. Let me go to my bed. I don't have to be talking about Nigeria. I don't have to be talking about trouble so that I can catch some rest. Okay, but I have to be here so that I can educate our people.
Yes.
Now, look at education. Imagine somebody traveling to US to study Hausa. Imagine somebody going to University of Oxford to study Hausa. That Chris, you are laughing.
I'm laughing because it's madness. You know, actually, I met a lady here who's talking about that. Go on.
Now,
this is madness.
Okay. Now, imagine Nigeria, the giant of Africa, that God gave oil, but we cannot refine our oil. Now, imagine another big madness. The Dangote refinery in Nigeria cannot decide the price of fuel in Nigeria, but the world market, the global market. Are we free?
They decide the price.
They decide the price. If the price goes up in the world market, Nigerians will pay high. But Dangote will what? Will have more. If the price goes down in the world market, Dangote will have to reduce his own price so that dear Nigerians will buy at a cheaper or a lower price. Now, are we free?
No.
Now let us talk about, okay, you see, there was a time that people go out of the country to study postgraduate studies, to have postgraduate studies. But today, even the level of secondary school, people from Nigeria are traveling out to go for post-primary school certificate. We go to the United States, Oxford University, Qatar. Now imagine somebody in Nigeria going to Libya that he wants to go and study. Go and study what?
I don't know.
You understand? If you go to Libya, Libya is part of us.
Yes,
but what I am saying, the quest for foreign, not even going out, the quest for foreign is a serious problem that nobody can help us but ourselves.
Is this inferiority
if you look
complex?
At it,
is this inferiority complex?
It is inferiority complex. It is inferiority complex. In northern Nigeria, women will compete to tie Holland wrapper. Ordinary Holland wrapper. This wrapper is bought from Holland. Yes, so they will compete to do that.
They call it Hollandis, yes.
Hollandis. Now you have the Ashoki that have more quality than the Hollandis. but you are there fighting to tie Hollandis. Now, I was talking about policy of importation in Nigeria. When President Buhari blocked the borders, we said he blocked border, this and that, this and that. Operation Feed Yourself. It is hard. It is hard. It is difficult.
Necessary.
But I have always given a certain example. I said anybody that is married and have a wife that can cook will never go out to eat.
No.
So imagine you married, but you spend the whole day eating outside, 7 days a week. You eat every day. You go out to buy cooked food. Are you independent food-wise?
You're not married. You're not. You say
you're not. Daddy Chris, you are in London, but you are still African.
I'm very, very African, man. Come on. What do you think?
Since you still believe, you still believe that you have to eat from the pot of your wife to remain married. So now look at it from this perspective. That is it. And that is the truth. Look at it from this perspective. What is it in Africa that Africans produce and consume and allow others to come and import? They export. I mean, others from European countries and other developed countries come down to Africa to import. That means Africa is exporting. What is that in finished product?
That we are.
What is the finished product? In as much we cannot export finished product, I want to tell you, if it is declaration, I am declaring that we are not independent. And I am going back to the statement of Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, the first prime minister, that a kind of political independence is totally inadequate if it is not accompanied by stability and economic security. So now we are not secured economically.
Good.
We are not secured. And why are we now, if issue of security comes in, the person that is giving you money is giving you paper to sign that these are the following rules. You must not, yes. For instance, now, among the rules and regulation of the World Bank, there are issue of discipline. There are issue of deterrence. You do something so that others will not repeat the same thing. Now in democracy, you cannot assassinate. No, not assassination. You cannot execute. No matter the gravity of the offense of somebody, you cannot execute that person because you are borrowing from them. Now, somebody can decide.
You must allow people, allow men to marry men. You know, something very un-African. That is very, very un-African.
You see,
I
have to pray for.
It's not our culture, but why impose it
on us? Me, I'm against it. Me, I'm against it. You know, me, I'm from northern Nigeria. I am Hausa. So how can I see a man? And have feelings for a man? What for?
Exactly.
God forbid.
It's strange.
You understand?
Yes.
Now, okay. That is why I want to pray for the Zimbabwe president. I think is it the late, not Nelson Mandela keeps coming to my head. Not Nelson Mandela.
Mugabe.
When the issue of you remember what happened? He said he wants to marry the president. If he's telling me to come and sign this law, then I want to marry the president. If you allow me to marry you, then we will sign it. So will the president agree? Okay. Biologically and naturally, God did not create man to have conjugal knowledge of a man, because God will never create something that does not have use. Even if a man and his fellow man will meet 1 million times, they are not going to produce anything but disease. But if a man meet a woman the right way, in the right direction, after 9 months, one baby is around.
That's it.
So now what I'm talking about is we are not secured economically, and that lack of economic security is now giving birth to the insecurity we are facing in Africa. Our arms are open. Our arms are open. We hug, romance anybody that is willing to give us money. So we have donations from Europe. We have donations from Asia. We have donations from Arabian countries. We have UAE and other places. So we have people that produce what? ammunitions. They will give you money, but they are going to plant what? Insecurity in your state.
Exactly.
So what will happen is you have to go back to them to buy the equipment to fight the insecurity.
Exactly.
The weapons, yes, definitely. So what are we talking about? I am an investigative journalist who have worked on stories, especially in Katsina and Zamfara state. Some stories are shocking. Somebody will tell you that a foreign chopper will land with ammunition. You will not see the person, but bandits will load money full of bags, put back to the helicopter, and the chopper will move. Where are they taking it to? You understand? So now this issue of economic emancipation of the African continent will start from Africa. Today, it is just like you are married and your in-law is telling you that, okay, you are only going to meet your wife 2 times in a week or 1 time in a month. Is that marriage?
No.
What is his business?
What I do with my wife.
Now, so now, if we are truly free, then we have to talk to ourselves. Our healthcare, we travel abroad. Remember, very shameful of us, late President Buhari of Nigeria died in England. Where does President Tinubu goes for his health check it? France. Now President Buhari died in England. Yes. If Tinubu continued to go to France, what will happen one day?
He's going to die there.
If there is small headache, he will run to France. Yes. You know, definitely, as much there is life, to be a complete human being or a complete human living thing, the last alphabet is what? D. Death. So when the next, or former, if he become former president and continue going to France, he refused to maybe make our healthcare system effective. Where is he going to die? France. Yeah. So we only have Africa as a burial ground. They will get the money, take the money, go and keep the money in Europe and other countries, make investments they can never benefit from because they only agree, just like filling Google form. When they are alive, they can make use of the money. But when they are gone, nobody can inherit the money.
Nobody even know where the money is. Mohammed, I'm so happy you touched on some of these key areas already. But let's zero it to one small area. Let's look at one thing that surprised me. In fact, when it comes to this economic emancipation, my head is always exploding. I'm wondering we have the land, which is the only thing God gives to you really is the land. He said, go and tend your land. He gave us a beautiful land, a fertile land. And we have the human resources. That's what is surprising me in Nigeria. We have the young people. In fact, Africa is so blessed that our population is between 15 and 35. Working population. Unlike Europe, they are now fully of old people. So we have a comparative advantage when it comes to the workforce. Why are we still importing food? Agric. Now, and another thing we're doing, like you rightly mentioned, we send our children abroad to come and study.
Yes.
So many things go wrong there. Education tourism in Nigeria, if I give you the figure, the statistics, how much we spend, you'll be sad. The question is, how you even sure that the Western curriculum is designed for Nigeria?
It is not.
I you know what? I've been studying the English legal system, not the Nigerian legal system. How is my education relevant to Nigeria?
How can it be? Do you know? And that is another neocolonialism.
Do we choose to do it? Is it their fault, or we choose to be in it?
It is not their fault. It is not their fault. And I have said it, I will continue to say it. Even the corrupt leaders we are suffering from in Africa, it is not the leaders that are the problem, but it is the masses that are the problem. We are stakeholders as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned, we are stakeholders.
Of course.
So as a stakeholder, if you refuse to do what you are supposed to do, what will happen to you? You understand?
Yes.
Now, before I answer your question, I just want to add something. Just look at Zamfara State, for instance, and Niger, Katsina. part of even Nasarawa State, home of solid minerals. In Zamfara State, there are areas where you will dig the soil, just my height. And when you pack the sand from there, go and wash it, you get what? Gold. But Zamfara is the poorest. Statistics. And then
Network, don't do that. Don't do that. My people, do you hear that? Do you hear what Muhammad said? Zamfara, just dig a little, you see gold. Yeah, this is the poorest state in Nigeria. Something is wrong with us.
Yes. Oh no, if you think let us not deceive ourselves by asking somebody to go and do survey. Please Google Zamfara State on Facebook. Just look at the nature of the people. If people are feeding well, by the time you see that person, you will know. If somebody is not feeding well, by the time you see him, you will know. For instance, now, I am not talking about somebody getting fat, but somebody should not look sick.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. The level of education, the number of people going out to go and do Okada. I don't know if you remember, if you still remember Okada, Achaba.
I know Okada well.
Okay. The number of people from Zamfara that are going to Port Harcourt, Lagos, coming to Kano to go and do Okada, if they are well kept over there, why will they go there?
No need.
Why will you live? It's just like one pro, they said what you are looking for in Sokoto is in your Sokoto.
It's true.
Now look at Nasarawa State. What is Nasarawa State producing? I am scared for the Middle Belt. Do you know why? Middle Belt in Nigeria is a region where God, if you are telling me where is the throne of success, minerals in Nigeria, I will tell you Middle Belt. Is it Niger that they have been farming all what they are eating? Anything you put in Niger State, you will harvest it. Kaduna State, even apples and grapes.
Yes.
Don't even talk about Plateau State. That is heaven. What is it that you will plant in Plateau that you cannot, that will not germinate? But in Plateau State today, whether we like it or not, the crisis they are facing is not religious or ethno-religious. No. It is poverty.
It is political.
Somebody,
and it's intentional.
Let me tell you, I want to swear to you by God that it is not even political, it is poverty. Because they have blindfolded them. They cannot see what they have. So they are looking at what another person have. So they think maybe, for instance, now, the visitor or the non-indigent is enjoying more than them. Okay, why can't you dialogue? You have cows, you are going around. Go and stay in my farm. The dung from your cattle is going to serve as manure in my farm. I will farm. Exactly. Now, the person that is going around will definitely have to buy things to eat. Why can't that person buy and eat? Exactly. So there is wealth. You understand? Let me shock you. In Nasarawa State, you will see big trucks, filled of what? Coal. They cannot refine coal in Nasarawa State. They will heap it, bring it down maybe to Lagos, load it, and that is all. There is a village called Karshi. From Karshi to Presidential Villa, I want to tell you, it's not up to 50 kilometers. But tiles, you see these marbles.
Yes.
Marbles. They don't produce it there. They will only harvest the rocks, the stones that they use in doing the marbles.
Yes.
Load it in lorries, export it. When they are bringing it back, it comes back times 20.
The price.
Yes. Now Niger Republic. Niger, what are they known for? Uranium. But have they ever How much were France buying packing uranium from Niger? I was telling somebody, I said, Niger, your own case is so serious that you don't even have a currency of your own.
No,
Nigeria
that's
is even
problem.
better.
France
All
colonization.
the France colonization, they don't even have currency of their own. They depend on what? Another person's currency. So you don't even know. That person will decide to tell you this is the value today. And that is the value tomorrow. If they devaluate it, you don't have control over it. It is just like what is happening with the Naira. And it is because of overborrowing. We have borrowed and borrowed and borrowed to the extent that we are told.
We're coming to that.
You understand?
Yes.
Now, they are deciding how much is the wealth of a Naira. I was telling somebody that if care is not taken, Iran Real will one day supersede Naira if care is not taken. Because we are going there. Anyway, the gap is still very wide. If I am not if my facts are actually right, 1 million Iran Real is not up to 1,000 Naira in Nigeria. So you see, we have a long way to go. But as I said, it is not the leaders that are the problem now, if we really want to fix it. Because the leaders are already enjoying. They are enjoying all that is happening. They have the best healthcare. They have the best healthcare. They have dual citizenship.
True.
You understand? If it is not Europe, it is UAE. But we that are in Africa, the largest population, 98 or 99% of us, that doesn't have dual citizenship, we don't have any other job elsewhere. We are here, we are only lagging. We only complain. And for instance, now if you will open and say, okay, why are people come and comment? If care is not taken, somebody that they gave 50,000 Naira or 20,000 Naira will come and you say you are insulting the president.
Exactly. I know
because he is the SA.
Yes.
Or because he is SA to the local government chairman. So he thinks that that can save him.
Yes.
So the situation that decrease is beyond just talking. It is beyond lamentation. It is the issue of action. And the action with me. Let the change begins with each African. You are from Zimbabwe, you are from Ghana, you are from Cotonou, anywhere you are from, let change begin with you. Your immediate environment.
Mohammed,
just enlighten them.
I'm going to tell you a story from my state. I know they will hate me for saying this. Since I was born, about 59 years ago now, Nigeria, everything we do, I hear Julius Berger. We want to construct road. We go and invite Julius Berger from Germany. Oh, they are known for construction of road. Oh, they are very good in road construction. Now Chinese have taken over.
Yes.
I'm wondering, okay, if these people have been constructing roads for us since I was born, when is it going to stop? At what time can we say we want to do it in our own way? No matter how we do it, we manage it and we keep improving on it. How long shall we continue to rely on Julius Berger to construct roads in Nigeria? Because, and I don't know, we have how many universities? Does our university
civil engineers all over,
construction engineers? This is
you see somebody in level 100 answering engineer. You will see somebody in level 100 answering engineer. But when you invite him to come and you understand, it is because the curriculum is not designed by us.
Exactly.
It is not designed by us. Let me tell you, we Africans are very, very, very intelligent.
Agree.
Africans are very, very intelligent. It is just that they have decided to make the language of knowledge not our languages. Now the language of knowledge is a borrowed language, is a foreign language. So if you don't understand the language, because have you ever seen somebody said, anybody praying in English, his problem has not reached the level that he need to pray. Because at a time, You will either start praying in your language or you pray in tongue.
Exactly.
Am I right? Muslims
That
don't
is
pray
true.
in tongue.
That's true.
But it will reach a stage if you have serious problem. That is why when you hit somebody's head, he will shout, "Where you Allah?"
Exactly.
Have you ever seen where somebody's head was hit and he shout, "Oh God"?
You know?
That cannot happen. That cannot happen. So you see, the issue is, you see that concept of inferiority complex. We have to fight it. And now I want to call on our social media influencers. They have, God has placed them in a position not just to flaunt, not to flaunt wealth, but to to orient the younger generation, to give orientation to the younger generation that we have this and that, and we need to do this and that to achieve this. There is a young guy, indigenous, he has a dual citizenship anyway. He's a Nigerian and he's an American, but currently he is a staff in one of the Chinese primary school. He usually upload how they teach and what they do as craft in primary schools in China.
Okay.
Daddy Chris, should I tell you what I do as craft during my primary school days?
No. Tell me, sir.
Do you know what they will ask? Do you know what they will ask us to do as craft during my primary school days?
Yes. I forgot. What did they ask you to do? I remember mine.
Let me tell you, my own, we started with crafting, doing some things with our hands. But later, at the tail end of my primary school, our teacher will bring broom and tissue paper. They will ask us to bring money to buy them. Then they will mark it as we have produced craft. It is when I was in level 300, no, level 200 in the university that they introduced EEP, entrepreneurship. Somebody that is already level 200, that I am already seeing myself that I'm going to work in Central Bank of Nigeria
exactly.
to be an executive chief. You are telling me that is when I should know SWOT analysis. That is when I should start thinking about business. That is when I should start thinking about poultry farming. I should start thinking about soap making. How much will somebody make in soap making, liquid soap making, in Nigeria as an adult, a man, to be able to earn a living?
No.
How many factories do we have that need all these products that we are teaching people when they are already, some people are already married?
Yes.
But you are telling somebody to go and learn how to do soap making and other things. You should teach that person when he was in primary school. So he will grow with the mentality of business and making something.
Exactly.
So you see now, it's just like what you said, that when are we going to stop inviting Julius Berger and China to come and construct road? It is when we fix our curriculum.
Thank you.
If you see somebody,
Mohammed, so let me ask you this. Today or 4 days. Now let's put it on the background of what you mentioned already, Niger State. The land in Niger State alone is bigger than Holland. Holland makes over 200 billion US dollars from agri export every year. Niger State is bigger than Holland. But Holland is making that money from agri export, what they sell, tomatoes, food stuff they sell. Now, what is so sad is today a lady called me from Kwara State, and she was telling me that she's a PhD holder, but she owns this farm where the university is now sending people to her to train them on different aspects, on the practical aspect of what they are studying in the university.
Farming.
Yes. And the thing when she finished talking, because she talked at length, educating me on what is possible, and I asked her one question: but why is what you are doing not part of the curriculum? Why do we have to send the children from the university to come here? Why is this not part of the university curriculum? And that alone shocked me today. And number two, what really sad is we have potentials like her. So meaning we have the knowledge already. No, that's why I'm confused. A woman of that caliber knows what to do. Her only complaint was that she doesn't have where to store enough water and there is no constant electricity. Her solar cannot run the place. And apparently the husband is actually a theater artist. And I'm going to try and have a word with her tomorrow. But where I'm going here is that we have the talent now. This woman knows what to do. We have the young people in the university who we are misdirecting. The land is there. Niger State is bigger. If you can't talk of any other place in Nigeria, at least Niger State is there to feed the whole of Africa. Okay. Niger State alone can feed the entire Africa. Why are we still importing tomato puree?
Okay. Do you know why that cannot happen?
Yes.
Do you know why that cannot happen?
Tell me, sir.
It is because the curriculum is a borrowed curriculum, outdated.
Completely.
It is the theories of 1970s, 1940s.
Yes.
The theories of 1930s. You understand?
Yes.
These theories we are using in the universities today are theories that should be in the museum, where they will say there was a time that a scholar said so and so.
I like that. They should be in the museum, man. They're not supposed to be, not something.
Not in the university.
No, we can go there to look at what happened in the past, not now.
What happened in the past, not now.
Yes.
Okay. Looking at what is happening currently in Nigeria, do you think we need more universities or more polytechnics where people are going to be professionals of what they will learn?
No,
if you allow me, I will tell you. If you allow me, I will say anybody that goes to university should go and study education and become a teacher.
No,
because
you see,
4 years of studies.
I did that. Funny enough, I'm having a business with the University of Abuja as we speak. And I use the word,
okay.
It is time to start producing technical graduates. It is so easy to fix right now, because what I found out in Nigeria, which is in my book, is we have everything really. We just need to integrate them. Like this woman who can teach these kids or show them how to farm properly. Why is it not part of the curriculum? What does it take to put it part of the curriculum? And she rightly said that Chris, we're going to go through NUC. I said that would be nice. I would like to have a word with them, but I don't know whether I have the passion or the time to really go through the details with them. But meaning, we can do this. We can.
Because how sure are you? How sure are you that World Bank or who will not tell the NUC that no, leave that curriculum like that?
And that is where we said we don't need democracy. Because if there is a democracy that's going to tell us to do that, then that democracy is not for us. And in fact,
they should allow us. They should allow us. They should allow us to design. They should allow us to design the type of our democracy.
Our own curriculum, and it's going to start with our curriculum. You see, my man, let me put it this way. I'm going to take you on a memory lane. And one of the things I wrote, and I asked myself, why is our king, which is our traditional system of government, not integrated into the new Nigerian constitution? Let me explain this. In the United Kingdom, where we are now, we have the House of Lords. Those are landlords. You don't vote for them. They are like the Senate in this country we are. Nobody vote for them. Our king is not voted for. He's the president of United Kingdom, the #1 democracy in the world. But here you see Nigeria with all this wealth. I see the Emir of Kano. I am his #1 fan. You understand? And I'm wondering what the talent we are wasting in the name of an emir. If that man if the position of the emir now, if they occupy the Senate, that we don't need to vote for them. They are already the senators. And they run the local government. This is my thinking.
They are wasting our emirs. Let me tell you, the late emir of Dutse, Muhammad Sanusi, his name is Muhammad Sanusi, a late emir of Dutse.
Yes.
The late emir of Dutse was able to make people pay zakat I don't know if you know zakat. Zakat is a
it task?
compulsory due.
Okay.
It's a compulsory task upon the wealthy. If you have a certain amount, but you have
Yes.
to be very rich before you can
Yes.
be made to pay
You
that.
pay that. And it's fair enough.
If the emir
Progressive
of
taxation.
Dutse, if the emir of Dutse was able to force people to pay, and then from Sokoto, Bauchi, Kano, they are sending delegations to go and ask him, how did you make this happen? But you know, that man was put under a local government chairman that will only take anybody to contest and become a local.
And village fools, let me use the word. When every village fool could be a local government, and you still is under a local government. My king, who is an accountant trained,
Yes,
he's under a village
that
fool
you
in the name of a
have
local
to
government.
call
I don't
His Royal
understand it.
Highness or His Royal Majesty.
And,
Yes.
what I'm worried about
Now
is the
look at
amount
it
of
this way.
talent wasted there. So you see now that we
Yes.
have it, is that we put them somewhere else. That of the because
And
the
that is
leadership
why I'm
is
telling
key.
you.
Leadership is going to be key here. If you see
The
someone like a
leadership is
king,
key.
yes, a king who's not going to
Leadership
fight
is
for
key.
the next election, he's already there. He's only going to fight for the good of his people. And why they not occupying the Senate and the local government? I think I see the king occupying 2 offices in Nigeria. They go to the Senate on part-time. We don't need full-time senators. They go there to deliberate on issues on part-time. And they run their local government. They own the community. They are the landlords.
Yes.
How can you
But look at
bring
it
a
now.
fool to come and lord a landlord? I don't understand. You bring a young boy, a toy, a village fool to come and head the owner of the land, because the land belongs to our kings.
Yes.
And
but you see all these things that is happening.
I want them to just take note. In the United Kingdom, it's not so. The landlord,
That
the
is
House
not how
of
it is.
Lords here, they are made of those who owns the land. I have no problem. Why are we doing it to ourselves? Because we can see the potential, the potential in our kings, in our majesties, them, and they are there, quiet, wasted.
I just got to know, only yesterday, I just got to know that before the regime of Abacha, the emirs have no allocation. It was Abacha that said 5% allocation, 5% of whatsoever it is that remains should be given to the emirs or to the Emirate Council. And it is not directly to the emirs, to the Emirate Council. So the emirs are not even in charge of the money. It is the Emirate Council that is in charge of the money. So it is the council secretary and others that are in charge. The emirs are just left there to put on agbada and other things, put many clothes, carry staff of office. I know you remember when Wike was when he was the River State governor, was disgracing emirs. You understand? So the truth of the matter is, yes, the truth of the matter is, it is much more than the leaders. It is more of the citizens. I know people will say, if you are not given the opportunity, how will you do it? We can do it. We can do it. The colonial masters, they didn't find it easy. They had to resort to indirect rule in some part of Nigeria and other parts of the countries they colonized.
Yes.
Now, with education, with people, with more comrades on ground, more activists, people that have seen it all, alive and around, we can change the narrative. But how can we change it? It is when we are willing to do it. We have to tell our professors. That is why sometimes when they say this man is a professor, kaza kaza, I don't seem to give him much regard until when I hear him talk.
Yes, I agree.
Before you start prostrating for a fool in the name of a professor who went to cram and memorize things.
Yes.
We have to be, extra careful. Number one, with our curriculum. Number two, with the kind of education we feed our younger elements. Because now that they have seen that the only way you can make it in life is to steal, and leave the country. Now, people working in the bank, executives, are going to developed countries to go and become cleaners. What does that mean?
I'm here. I've seen many. A young man stayed in my place from Nigeria with a wife. They were bankers. And they came here. The man is now working in the hospital as a cleaner. And he said, I'm happy I'm doing it for my daughter. I said, you're not doing it for your daughter. You're stupid.
Simply. Is it his only daughter? Where do you want your daughter? Will your daughter be happy there?
Exactly.
Your daughter will be happy when she sees her ancestral home developed.
In fact, the funniest thing is,
your daughter will be happy. Yes.
Those of us that left, what we do, we left the destiny. We left our destiny back home. I'll come to that another day. We will discuss that. We'll use that to challenge them to come
Definitely. Back. Definitely. Maybe we have to. We have to. Yes, we'll talk about that another day.
For those of us who want to just stay outside, we are I don't want losing. But let's take a look at this because this show is very short, and I want us to. I don't want to take too much time today. Let's do 1 hour and really come to a rest. But I really want us to see some conclusion. Let us see whether we can get some sense. Okay. What is the solution? No. Because now we know. We have the land, we have the resources, we have
what it takes.
That's it.
We have what it takes. So do you know what we need now?
Yes.
Is when I say revolution, I don't mean revolution by killing or going to the roads or making noise or making trouble.
Thank you.
I'm not talking about that. Yes. I am talking about making people realize their potentials.
Economic revolution.
Yes, economic revolution.
In fact,
and then fight for
when I wanted to title the show, I said economic emancipation, but the language I wanted to use is economic revolution. I said to most of them, those who want to, and then next tomorrow night is going to be NSAS, and we're going to go. It's the June 12th election, and Nigeria is going to super. How which we go the June 12th? How which we can use it to say it is time to launch the economic revolution. Nigeria needs to be free. What Abiola would love to see today is a country that can feed itself. Together in the name of June 12th, and we'll go home.
Under who? Under President Tinubu that want to borrow another dollar? That is, if you continue to borrow, let me say, no matter how well dressed you are, if you have borrowed from all the people that have shop in your community, will your wife be respected or your children be respected?
No respect.
So now, no matter the kind of event we are going to do to say we are celebrating Democracy Day, in as much we have borrowed and we are now borrowing to pay debts, I am telling you, nobody is going to respect us. And I wish those that are closer to Mr. President will hear this and tell him the truth. Thank you.
In fact, that's what a place to put the show to an end. Okay, we're not going to lie for you, and we're not going to lie against you. President Tinubu, perhaps it is time to use June 12th for every Nigerian watching this show today, for us to think and ask ourselves this critical question. What kind of freedom are we looking for? The freedom is right there with us. And for those of you who want to talk about revolution, I like to hear the word revolution. What kind of revolution are you talking about?
Economic.
And if I want to bring this down to the next election, supposing we look at somebody who can bring the right revolution to us. We need a revolution, but not the one that we're going to go on the street to fight. The revolution that we say, no, let us convert our own talent and our natural resources into something productive that we can sell to the rest of the world and use it to feed ourselves. Thank you very much, Mohammed. I couldn't get any better day than this. I am so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Every moment with you is a blessing. For those of you, I didn't really come to introduce Mohammed a lot, for he has said it again and again as we tell him between the show. He's an investigative journalist and he's giving us a lot from the northern part of the country. And we're going to get some people from the southern part so I can keep quiet a little bit. But what is really interesting is Zamfara. One day we'll just look at Zamfara as a state. And we're going to do that a little bit so that we can look at what are their challenges and why this banditry, which is something we're going to also look at again. And like you rightly said, something very big, and I want to bring back that on the next show. The crisis is that of hunger. People are hungry.
It's hunger.
It's hunger. And if
A
we
lack
want
of
to
hope.
solve that security problem, we're going to solve it with this same language, economic revolution.
Revolution.
That's
Thank
the
you.
place to end the show. Thank you very much, Mohammed. We will do this again tomorrow, and we'll do more. Thank you very much for joining me today. God bless.
Thank you so much, and goodbye. Thank you.
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. SRTV Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to SRTV Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious SRTV Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished, stylish apartments designed to provide the ultimate comfort. Luxury redefined, vacation perfected. 24/7 security. Enjoy peace of mind with round-the-clock security and CCTV surveillance. Top-notch amenities, high-speed Wi-Fi, smart TV, air conditioning, fully equipped kitchen, and lots more. Perfect for
innovative content, global